Hey everybody, it's me, Edward Jones, back with a new video. Blowback, the incident in Dallas. First, I wanted to say that my heart goes out to those who were deeply affected by what happened. I understand 5 cops were killed, or 5 cops were murdered, rather. Several others were injured. No, one person who was not a police officer was injured in that shooting, and I just got to also want to give recommend check out Doug Base 654 and General S. Lee's channel. I just got done watching videos by them on the matter. Now, when I first heard about what happened in Dallas, where you had what appears to have happened was there was a protest against police brutality, and I think towards the end of it you had they're saying I heard 2. I think only 1 was caught. I don't know, but there were people firing at police specifically. One person who was not a police officer was caught in it. But yeah, you had one person. You had someone or some individuals shooting at police. They were called snipers. More information will get out about that. And when I heard about that, first word that came to my mind was Blowback. Blowback came to mind because not even a day ago, you had an incident in Louisiana where a man was killed by police, and you had another incident in Minnesota. I think maybe a day or 2 after that, and that was right before what happened in Dallas. Another man getting killed by police. So I think there's a. No, I want to say this. I'm against what happened. I'm against that kind of behavior. I do support self-defense. Against anyone who wishes to bring you undue harm. You should defend yourself. But this wasn't that. This was just something totally outside the realm of self-defense. When I remember one thing I said was the only thing I could see the police doing that would be effective after something like this is to improve their relations with the public, because it's not just, I don't believe it's just a thing where you have a huge chunk of huge chunks of Black Americans having an unfavorable view of the police. But I think it's something that's it's kind of felt by many other people. There's a mistrust. There's a mistrust of the justice system overall. I mean, especially after what happened with Hillary Clinton not facing charges for her shenanigans. So there's this feeling of mistrust in the air, and also just from the videos, and there's some all the incidences and the videos that are online of all these things that have gone on, where we've seen police behaving in an unprofessional manner, police behaving in a brutal manner. It was only a matter of time before someone decided to settle the score, so to speak, to get revenge. So I wasn't surprised by the shooting in Dallas. I saw it coming a mile away. I said, yes. I said, yeah. This keeps up. Someone or some group is gonna get pissed off enough to where they're gonna prove the police that they're not bulletproof. We've talked. We talked in the prepper community. It's been discussed about the militarization of the police force. Have been looking more and more paramilitary as time has gone by, and I guess someone figured, you know what, you want to dress up for war. I'm gonna show you what war is, and so this is the outcome that we have. And the only thing I can see the only thing I see, putting a dent in this situation is for improvements, public relations between the public and the police improving. That's the only thing I can see happening. Actually, I'm going to put some articles in the description box. I just came across one where the Dallas police chief is saying, if you're upset with how things are going on, join us. So that seems to be an extending an olive branch to the public, especially blacks, black Americans who who feel a certain way towards the police. Now I've had encounters with the police myself. Not all of them were bad, um, but it hasn't left me with this feeling of of hatred towards cops. I have a general mistrust of anyone in authority. That's just who I am, ranging from just anyone who has a certain amount of authority, because humans have been known to abuse it. I have a healthy mistrust of it. I mean, I even have to be suspicious of myself for any authority I may hold, and then to be sure that I don't abuse it. I don't let it get to my head. But yeah, I mean, it was. This is something that's wild. I mean, I think we're in for interesting times, especially for young Americans, who, they're bombarded. Like I said, they're bombarded with all this information, with all this, these videos, and I don't think there's anything wrong with these videos. Unsightly as they are educational tools of seeing how the police act towards, just other people who aren't police in general. Sometimes towards other cops, and I think all they can think is that while the police are out of hand, we need to go do something. That's where you see a lot of protests. In fact, I was coming back into town a few days ago, and I had my family in the car with me, and we saw there was a protest at the State House. It was I believe it was a Black Lives Matter led protest. I have my own feelings about that organization. I'll probably talk about it in another video. But yeah, it's like a lot of young people out there, protesting abuse by police. And I said, well, yeah, they're feeling they're feeling a certain way about all these about police misconduct. In fact, I actually just watched a video yesterday about a protest that was held I believe it was in Baton Rouge, and police how the police are responding to the police response to protesters there. There's pretty sure there's gonna be more information about that coming down the pipe, but we're in for interesting times, especially if you're a young American. Especially if you're a young black male, we're in for interesting times. Me personally, I'm not fearful. Maybe because I kind of, like I said, if I saw blowback happening, it at least prepared me up here for for things to come, so that I'm not caught off guard and things don't take me by surprise. But I will say it was a good move by the Dallas police chief to extend the olive branch in a sense. I think if anything, this situation may make police more cautious as to how they handle certain matters. Not every matter can be handled with heavy hands of force. Which I'm not saying that all police do that, but if that's part of procedure, then maybe there may be some questioning about how force is applied in certain situations. But please tell me what you think. Do you think this is a case of blowback? Did you see this coming? What are your thoughts on what the police chief in Dallas did, as far as saying, if you have issues with how police are handling things, join us. Join the police force. Please leave comments in the comment section and make a video response. Any gripes, complaints, send me a PM. I'll see what I can do to address them. Like I said, shout out to General S. Lee and Doug Base 654. Let's see how things turn out down the road. Blowback, incident in Dallas. I'm Edward Jones, and thanks for watching.